Welcome to the 10-Minute Mind Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Janet Cagle, certified life coach, weight loss coach, and lover of all things related to upleveling my life and yours. My goal is to help you get one step closer to your goal, whatever it is. My goal is not to keep you wrapped up in self-help all day, just 10 minutes. And who doesn't have 10 minutes, right? Welcome back, friend. This is episode number 118, and today we are adding another intention to our year of intentional living, and that is intentional influence. First, an update. Last episode, I talked about venturing back into the show arena to see how we were and where Dutch was, and if he could stand up to the pressure of showing, and he did not disappoint. He was strong and moved great, and our scores were amazing. So, it looks like we're back. I'm still going to be taking it slow and take more time and get him stronger and more fit, but I feel like we're back in the game, at least for now. I got to see my grandkids a couple of weekends ago, and all three are playing musical instruments. They all play on a volleyball team together, and Tate even plays soccer. So I got to see them in action. That was fun Grammy time. In the meantime, hubby has planned a family ski trip for the end of January, so more fun times ahead. All right, I think that's it for now, so let's dive in. A few weeks ago, I heard what I immediately thought was an interesting concept to explore, and that is that if you want to uplevel your life, the way you show up, all the things, you need to uplevel the people that influence you. Now, before you jump to the thought that no one influences you, hang on, hear me out. I started thinking about all of the people that have influenced my life at different times of my life. As humans, we influence, and we are influenced. We are influenced by marketing, by what we see others doing that looks interesting, by what they wear, what looks cool, what looks warm, what looks comfy, or how we want to feel, whatever that is. If we weren't influenced, we would not have Super Bowl ads for $1 million a minute. We can positively be influenced by seeing someone on a growth journey and wanting to experience that for ourselves. And unfortunately, we can also be negatively influenced by diet culture and body image and things along those lines that have potential to create a harmful impact on our well-being. In a nutshell, we are influenced, and that's okay. In the beginning of anything that we're learning to do, we do look to others for guidance and direction, and their opinions influence us. That's totally normal, and it's useful. It can help you speed up progress as you grow and develop. But over time, it's important to look at what it would really look like to next level. And I would offer that it may be time to look at who and what is influencing you and make an intentional influencer decision. I really got to thinking about when I have done this. And one of the things that I noticed is how much better my writing gets when I study people and study with people who ride like I want to ride. The independent seat that I want to develop, the soft hands that I want to develop, the horsewoman that I want to become. When I surround myself with horsewomen who are better than I am, I ride better. I have higher expectations of myself and how I show up. I remember when I was playing a lot of tennis, I would always get better when I played players who were better than me, faster than me, sharper than me. I got better. Now, it could be humiliating at times, but the truth is, that is how I got better. Several years ago, when I made a huge career change and I immersed myself into learning an entirely new set of workplace skills, I remember noticing how fast I learned when I was in meetings with people who knew a lot about what I needed to learn. I didn't always know everything that they were talking about, but I learned so much faster. Now, we can let our ego get in the way in these circumstances and start feeling not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy of being in the presence of someone with so much talent or skill or so much further than you are on your journey. But here is the deal. That is exactly what you need to do to next level. If we surround ourselves with people who make us feel good about where we are, we will not grow. We want to surround ourselves with people who stretch our abilities and push us to be a better version of ourselves in order to uplevel our results. As you know, one of the hardest words for humans to utter is the word no. This week, I want you to really think about what you are saying yes to because it's more comfortable than saying no. Think about who you are being influenced by with your time that you're spending with them and thinking about them, and determine if it's time to invest your time and energy and efforts in other areas. I remember when I got my first horse in 2011 and I started riding. I did clinics with people I knew because I didn't know anything else. I rode the discipline they rode, and I bought tack that they use. As I learned more about my own desires, I started venturing into other disciplines and making tack decisions based on my own knowledge and desired outcome. Today, when I go to horse shows, I get a lot of questions about my tack and my clothes. I am influencing. When I was recently diagnosed in May with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism, I was seeking answers to questions from many people and many experts in the field who became very influential to me as I landed on a healing protocol. As I grow in knowledge, I am noticing more discernment entering my thought process. And now that I have completely turned my thyroid numbers around, did I mention that? Maybe I didn't mention that. I have completely turned my thyroid numbers around in 6 months without medication. I'm pretty proud of that. But now I'm getting questions about how did I do that? Now I am influencing. We are influencing and we are influenced. A couple of years ago, I found myself being negatively influenced by someone I spent way too much time talking to, and each time I did, I never felt good about it. She was influencing how I showed up, and I was participating in negative talk, and it was so easy to fall into the habit of our conversations with no substance and so much negativity. I made the decision not to participate any further. I didn't cut this person from my life, but what I did, when she started complaining about someone, I would just ever so gently steer the conversation a different direction. So instead of her influencing me negatively, I became a positive influence to her and to me. And that made me feel so much more like the person that I wanted to show up as. So this week, ask yourself where you would like to see an up level in your life, and then look around for the person or people who would most likely be able to influence you better in that area. We are all influenced. So this is a way to really up level your results by being very intentional with who you allow to influence you. All right. So if you love this podcast, I would love it if you would share it. That's how we can help more humans create the life of their heart's desire, a life by design. And if you haven't joined the Life by Design 6-week boot camp, what are you waiting for? It's a lifetime access to all the updates and all the new content, and it's the best $47 you will ever spend. All right, my friend, that is what I have for you. And now, go have the best day ever. That's a wrap. I hope that you were able to experience a mind shift of your own today. Listen, if you love this podcast, you should totally check out my Life by Design 6-week boot camp. It's a work at your own pace workshop and something that you can do over and over and over again to up-level your results and get ready for a transformation at the speed of life.